It's time for your Pepsi Pulse.
Welcome back to Uno Mix. I'm your host, Isaiah Uggan. This month's Pepsi Pulse, we feature the Dank Show. After being off the road for 2 years due to the global COVID-19 pandemic, the group returned back home here on island after giving several states a taste of their local music.
It was back to touring for the Dank Show after hosting their last show a little over 2 years ago due to the ongoing global COVID-19 pandemic. Frankie McJohn is the lead singer for the band.
We spent a month in the States. We hit about, I think, 10 states.
All of them freezing.
All of them, yes. Even the warm ones were cold. So, we just got back. We did a month and we did about 7,100 miles of driving. The total on our van. We just got back and we hit California, Arizona, Texas, Colorado, Utah, Oregon, Washington, and then back into California.
Describing the atmosphere, the Dank Show lead guitarist John Tykenko and McJohn shared how it felt to hit the ground running on tour.
They were great. The tomorrow following out there, at least for us, was just unbelievable. Everywhere we went, even in some cities where we wouldn't think there'd be much of a reggae presence, let alone a tomorrow presence. There was a bunch, and they always showed up, especially the Pacific Northwest. Oh my gosh! It's just like the crowd might as well have just been.
I think what was cool was the crowds differed based on the state. So you get your Texas crowd is a lot different from your California crowd. Your Pacific Northwest crowd is a little more rowdy, which is fun. That's really fun for us when those crowds are rowdy. But we had a great showing with not only Tomorrow's but people who have seen us before on our previous tours coming back out to see us again.
After returning back from their tour, Tykenko and McJohn shared upcoming projects, which includes a new album in the making.
Now that we're back, obviously we're getting back to gigging again, but mostly to keep the sword sharp, just to keep the skills up. Frank and I and the guys we're going to be working on a new album. We got a bunch of songs done as far as concept and lyrics. We got them all written out. Just have to get together with the rest of the nights to put the composition in order. And now that we have Hiko Yamashita helping us in the studio, it's just an extra talented musical here to add to the mix now. So this recording process and writing process, I think, is going to be so much easier, just because there's more people with more input that can make the album and the tracks a lot better this time.
And a lot more polished. I think the touring experience and expanding our musical vocabulary a little bit, not only with touring but with downtime during COVID, to kind of grow in that way. We're maturing, and we're maturing as people too.
Tykenko shared what type of sounds fans can expect from the developing album.
A lot more, I would think, a little bit more. As if the Dank Show songs weren't guitar driven enough, I think it'll be a little bit more guitar driven, but not so much. Personally, I think it wouldn't be so much towards the rocked out heavy stuff that we normally do. I think now, just from listening to different artists, either on tour or just from growing as a musician, I think I've learned to express the band's vision more with guitar now than I did before. So it'll be definitely a lot more. I would think a lot more guitars this time.
You can find the group on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at the Dank Show.
Such a fun band. Up next, we're going to wrap up the show after the break.